Okay, I'm unmuted now. Yes. Welcome, everybody. This is Cheryl. I am back. I'm looking for my controller. And we are day 7 into the voyage with Myst. And with this wonderful notes cam. How are y'all doing tonight on this fine and wonderful, wonderful Wednesday? So Cutter came up with the idea for the notes cam, so I took it. So how's it going, old school Cutter JRM? Um, so yeah, I'm sorry you can't read the notes very well. Start a new game with this item. It was Cutter's idea to have me jot down all the notes. Where am I? Oh, what is this? So, seeing the notes, I don't think you can see, but it says read the books on the bookshelf. I hope I can read them. I have called this a Channelwood, and it is a very different world. Though it is exactly how I imagined it. It is still amazing to see it with my own eyes. Water covers this age as far as I can see, except for a small rocky island. Elsewhere, there are only trees, which grows directly out of the water. A myriad of thin wooden passageways are built just above the water and disappear into the forest. I assume they were built some time ago, for they appear aged. I am eager to discover more about this land and its people, but I have arrived here late and I must rest. Lore and hints. Ooh. I was awakened this morning by a strange noise coming from a pathway adjacent to the one which I had slept. I saw a group of monkey like people heading my direction. They had not seen me yet. I did not feel threatened by their presence. Their response to me was one that I would have never expected. So, monkey men. Monkey men. Do I have to find monkey men? I dropped something. There we go. I found it. They fell to their knees and began to what appeared to be some sort of ceremonial worship. I tried to speak to them, but they did not understand my language. Instead, they indicated through enthusiastic hand motion that I was to follow them. As we walked, I began to notice that the waters below us were changing colors. Slowly, I cannot read that word. Suddenly, um, subtly, I they would change from deep blue to muddy orange, then from muddy orange to pencil waters. Okay. All right. I wish I could get like an aerial cam of this. Right? Go from deep blue, muddy orange,
What are you doing?
to beautifully clear.
What are you doing?
We're taking notes.
Why? Why are you taking notes?
Because this game requires notes.
What game?
Myst. All right. Time to write down everything. She does, but how would I write on it? Yeah, you can't really see anything from this. Hey, it's a thought that counts, right? I was so intrigued by the water, I hardly noticed that we had arrived at a ladder. Climbing the ladder led us to their village, which is about 10 meters above the water and can only be reached by rope ladder that stretch from the lower path to the village level. Approximately halfway up the grand trees, it is very interesting watching these people carry out their daily tasks. Even after watching them for hours, I did not understand exactly what they were doing. At sunset, they motioned for me to follow them. I followed the creatures to the doorway of an enormous hut. Strangely, once inside, I found that the hut appeared even larger than it had from the outside. The walls were garnished with bright metals, and in the center of the hut sat the leader of these people. At least he appeared to be their leader for he sat a meter off the ground in a thick throne. Guards surround the strong creature who was dressed in many exotic, colorful fabric. Colorful fabric is spelt off the floor, and colorful fabrics are spelt differently. If it was solid, then it would be different. Next to the leader sat a very old human. At least to some extent, he appeared human. His hair, which was only on his face and head, was completely gray, almost white, and hung very long around his frail body. His thin head hung limply by an almost wrecked, grotesque neck that could not hold its head up to look at me. But what a surprise! This creature could speak my language. Shortly thereafter, I was given a bed with some hand motions that looked to be telling me to go to sleep. I looked forward to learning more. As I suspected, the ancient creature is a human, but he is old beyond his own reckoning and seems almost insane. However, the tree dwellers almost revive him. What? Uh, I don't know that. Him as a god. They're treating me now in the same fashion, which makes me feel very uncomfortable. It's it is almost impossible to understand this old man. His voice is beetle, but wild. He has adopted much of the language of the tree dwellers. He himself told me he had not spoken our own tongue in ages. He attempted to explain to me the history of this place. The following is my best translation of what he has told me. Many years ago, the humans and the tree dwellers lived together in this place, which was then a vast island. They interacted very little. The human dwelt on the ground, and the tree dwellers lived high above the humans. Occasionally, the island was disturbed by mysterious rumblings which happened randomly. Some sort of tectonics or volcanic action, I suspect. The sometimes slight, sometimes heavy tremors would only last a short time. Then they would stop, allowing everything to return to normal. One day, things changed. Rumbling began and grew quickly to unprecedented levels. Soon it became apparent that the entire island was sinking slowly into the ocean around them. Many of the humans died that day, but not before sacrificing themselves in order to stop the sinking of the island. The humans who lived through this catastrophe moved into the trees where they gradually died. This is so hard to read. Okay. Make me read them? No. All right. Hey, kitty. Oh, this is so hard to read. There's the writing is awful. I'll fully read the first one if I can figure out the words. I forgot what I read a little bit. Okay, out. They died out. Mainly because they were unequipped for such an environment. But I am not sure. This is a story the old man communicated to me, although many details are very unclear in my mind. I'm especially confused as to how the humans um soared the island from completely sinking. Saved the island from completely sinking. In fact, I doubt the accuracy of that part of the story. The island must have stopped on its own, yet the old man believes in the truth of the story as if he had been there, and the tree dwellers worship him, and apparently all humans as if they were heroes or gods. The old man ended our conversation today with an event which I will never forget. He began gripping my hand tightly, murmuring something about rest and asleep. He then said, "We had expected you to come sooner." These actions filled me with sort of an immediate dread. With such effort, he stood to his feet. I tried to help, but he pushed me away with more force than I imagined his frail body contained. The tree dwellers quietly surrounded him with very solemn faces. They then kneeled before him. He walked to each and placed his hand on their heads. All the while, he murmured words which I did not understand. Finally, he turned to me and smiled. Then he closed his eyes and walked out the door. Off of the narrow path high in the tree dwellers were silent. They began a procession procession down the nearest rope ladder. As I was descending, I saw several of them picking up the body he had fallen onto a lower level of walkway and carried away. He was laying down at the dead end of a short pier-like structure. With the use of some potions, one of the tree creatures lit the pier on fire, and I watched as the flames engulfed him. As this strange funeral proceeded, the waters around the pier changed to dull green. Oh my god, this is a lot of reading. Holy smokes. I'm starting to get like, oh, haven't done this much in a while. I woke finding it hard to even believe the previous evening events. The water is dull green for as I can see now. For as far as I can see now. For some reason, the water no longer shifts color. As I wander throughout the pathways, the creatures watch me, curious to see what I will do next. They are constantly offering me strange objects of affection. I even found food outside the doorway to the room in which I had slept. This is a unique race of beings. I hope to learn their language soon so that I may learn more from them. I lived on this world for 3 months off and on, and the tree dwellers have shown great hospitality. I am beginning to learn bits of their language. I have decided to return home for an extended stay with my loving wife and my sons, and hopefully return with them. However, I am sure Catherine will once again refuse. I think this age would be a wonderful experience for them all. And I at least look forward to how Saris and Archinar will react to this curious inhabitants. Catherine is staying behind as expected. My sons have returned with me, and they enjoy this age very much. They get along very well with the tree dwellers and are picking up their language surprisingly fast. I have no doubt that it will not be too long until they can speak with the tree dwellers much better than myself. I am leaving tomorrow to check on Osmonia. Age Saris has suggested that I allow him and his brother to stay through. The idea unsettles me. I know the joy of growing up rapidly. The hospitality of these creatures is such that I could think of no better place to leave them alone for a short while. So I'll consent to their request. I warned the boys not to take advantage of the respect the tree dwellers have for their ideas. They seem to understand my warning, and I have faith they will follow it. Uh, hey there, Monty. Oh my god. Like I said, I'm going to read through one book, and then we'll skim through the rest. These are holy smokes. Much to my dismay, upon arriving in area, I learned that Pranz and her people are continuing to be menaced by what? By the Chochetti? Chochtai? Chochti? I fear for their survival and plan on returning to her shortly after checking on Sirius and Archnar. Here, see Enerdune's journal for more information after watching Sirius Archer. I see they are having things very well, and I think I can put to rest any fears about leaving them in Channelwood again for a little. Not at all. Really? Oh, awesome. This is my first time ever experiencing Myst for a little longer time. Yeah, this is my first experience with Myst. And so far, I'm enjoying it. The tree dweller seems slightly distressed that I am leaving, but are happy that Sirius and Archnar are staying behind again. I have been gone for 3 days and have been to many different places. I had to tell Sirius and Arch about Brian's death today. They were visibly shaken, although they only remember her from their childhood. Catherine had suggested that it would be wise for Sirius and Arch to leave Channelwood for a while. And I have to agree. They will be returning with me when I leave again. I am actually looking into getting a mouse. There's quite a few point and click games for the Saturn that has mouse support. I forgot the one they released in Japan, which is compatible with Myst. What's that? Myst Revolution X. Yeah, it was released for the Netlink, pretty much. The Saturn Netlink. There is an official mouse for the Saturn. I think I on eBay right now it's about $80. It's a little steep for it, but maybe I'll be able to get one soon. I looked it up. It's like, yeah, it's compatible with Myst. It's compatible with the sequel and a few other games. At least the Japanese one is. I know the one in the US released with the Netlink, which I want to try and get that. See if I can get that and get it going through Raspberry Pi. All right, let's continue. I have told my sons that they will be returning with me in 2 days. They spent the entire night telling me of an adventure they have experienced in my absence, and it was rather remarkable. It seemed they constructed a boat with the creatures and traveled some ways out into the surrounding waters. I enjoy hearing them talk excitedly of their adventures and am reminded of my own adventures as a child. I finally understand why the tree dwellers have been giving me their many inks and insisting I write with them. Looking through some of my past entries, I see now that the inks have changed hack from the hack. I thought they were two various different colors. I have shown some of the creatures my journal, and they laughed and hauled. I don't know. I did not know they had such a sense of humor. Even now, as I look through this very colorful journal, I cannot help but laugh myself. We will be returning tomorrow, so my sons are with the creatures for the last night here. They have told me they would like to come to Channelwood again, and also asked if they can visit some other ages alone, though I will have to think over their request. I believe they are proven to me that they are trustworthy and responsible. Catherine will also have to help me decide whether they are ready for travel alone. For now, I must give my farewells to the creatures, for I do not know how long it will be until I visit this age again. Hoy! Hoy! Okay. Just going to be skimming through these. These are long. There's Cutter saying there's clues and stuff in here, so that was a long read. How long was I reading for? About 20 minutes or so? Jeez. Dang. Yeah, about 20 minutes. I've been reading. I'm skimming through the books. Yell at me if you see something that I miss. Oh, that would be great. Myst the audiobook. I that would be fun. That would be fun. Even though the boat cannot move. All right, what is that? The solar system of this age. Nights are absolutely beautiful here. That I made. That picture looked important. I mean, if you want, you can join in. Uh, yeah, this is probably gonna be the most boring part of Myst is watching me read these. Have me the lighthouse. That's probably what I'm going to be trying to figure out with the previous notes. All right, there's still it's still going on about the boys. You know, I never would have seen these books if it wasn't for you. Starship Age. Okay. 10 years to left this age. So this is pretty much explaining everything they made here. Oh, I suppose I should actually write this one down. Why'd I make a cat face? I made a person. Yeah. I mean, it's not as fun to do screenshots. It's not as fun to do screenshots. Oh boy. Okay. 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 So, like my eye. Doing it like the old times where you need to write this down. You had no screenshot capabilities. Unless you had a camera, but then you would have to get it developed after. Oh, there's more. Oh my god. Okay. Gonna need a second page for this. I might take Jero up on that idea for taking Evie's music stand. Ugh. This is a lot. All right, Arrow. I will be posting the screenshots on Discord as well of all the notes I took today. And Flamingo. Hope you all can see them pretty good. Okay, last one.
I don't have anything to use. Let me get over there.
All right, there's my leaf. Whew, okay. I could have probably made that a lot smaller, but how many books is there left? Okay, that book is no more. All right, Sun book. I should actually write down what book colors these are from. So, would I not be able to complete the game without seeing these in the books? All right, so after this, we go to notes one. Note page one. I actually wouldn't have a clue. I've never experienced or looked up anything about Myst. How's it going, Sin? Do I need to put these by the fire? Okay. Oh. Oh, I get it. I get it. I get it. Okay. So many keys are there? Okay. Oh boy. One, two, three. One, two, three. All right, so I should start marking these down. 5. Hold up. Did I mess up somewhere? I did, didn't I?
I did about like I did like what? I did like 12,000 damage there.
Hold on. 3. I messed up. No. And no, I am not going to take screenshots. All right, 5. All right, so we got this one. I should make this bigger. Now we have this guy right here. This goes here. So this one would be 1. Okay. 3. Okay. 1, 2.
With God, Russia would be overpowered. Just get super long and then use God.
4. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. I know my piano's getting smaller as it goes up.
I get myself super low. Use God Russia then. Do like a lot of damage.
And then there's 3 right here.
You can do it.
And I think that's it. Okay. Exactly. I'm experiencing this the way it should be experienced. And this is the island. Okay. All right, let's write down this stuff.
These guys are right. I'm a glow stick. See these? I'm showing you that I'm a glow stick.
Grayish book.
I just need a phone for a second. Go back to my phone car.
All right. Now we just got one more book.
Fine, I'm going back to my phone.
See, I guess you were right. I had to read these books.
Just let me get my abilities.
Okay, this is the okay. So this is that what I want to get to. That little tower. Insignia of Black Ship.
I got money.
All right. Then looks like that's it. Okay. So, let's get back to our first page before we get to the constellations. Which where should we go first? We could go to the cabin in the woods with the safe. We could also go to the building right next to us with the dentist chair with the stars above it, and there's date times and dates we need to enter there. There's a cog tower. I don't know what that one is, but it says time 2:40, so I have to set the time to that. And the ship, which is relatively close. I don't remember how to get there. That is 45 volts. So let's go to the building to the left of us. I meant not 45 volts. Yeah, it's like 59 volts. So this the when I was younger, I would never write any of this down, and I would never finish it. Oh God, am I really gonna have to figure out what's what in these? That's gonna be a pain. All right, so the first day, October 11th, 1984. Are you kidding me? At 10:04 a.m. So this symbol would be Which one is it? It is it the leaf? Yes. So I'm gonna mark the date here. So I'm gonna also write down here leaf. All right. Next one is January 17th. 12:07. And the time is 5:46 a.m. All right, so let's see. It's a snake. All right. I'm gonna block these off so I don't get them confused. Okay, November 23rd. Year 9791 at 6:57 p.m. All right, what is this one? This one is not the eye, not the anchor. Is it the bug? Yes. It's the bug, the ant. All right. So that's that. So we have leaf, snake, and ant. So I know where I know I okay. I know where these symbols are. I know where these symbols are. All right. This one, I think this one's a cross, right? We don't want this one. Oh, nope, we no leaf. Okay. Um no arrow. Nope, no anchor. What are you? Bug. Bug. Oh, there was a leaf. Bug. Snake. Alright, where the heck did I see the leaf? Was it this one? Or is this the arrow? Somebody just flushed. Alright, what happened to the boat? Okay, so the boat's out of water now. Does this have any significance? Does this mean the boat is now out of water? Alright. So I'm going to mark this one a little, just in case. I don't know yet, but solved with a question mark. I wonder if you... Yeah, you can see me put input. Okay. Alright, what do we do with this boat? Another book.